Hello and welcome to the 2016 Slate Music and Roundtable Capital Partners Granite Open. I am your host, Josh McLean. What an incredible week of squash action we've seen right here at the Granite Club in Toronto. I'll tell you what, folks, tonight is the night they've all been waiting for. The crowd is packed in. We're ready to go for what will be a great night when we crown the champion. It's the final, folks, the one we've all been waiting for. And two girls at the top of their game, in great form, are down on the court right now. It's Nicolette Fernandez, and she will take on Victoria Lust. And the girls, they've had a great run all week. Let's take a look at their road to the final. And they both started in the round of 16. Victoria Lust, she took on Misaki Kobayashi. 4 games, and she took game number 4, 11-3, and this is the moment when she went through from the round of 16. And that was it at that stage. 11-3 in 4. As Lust went through to the next round, Nicolette Fernandez, she took on New Zealander Amanda Landers-Murphy. This match decided in 3 games as Fernandez started to show that she would be a bit of a favourite here this week. Some early form, she played well. On to the quarterfinals. Fernandez, she was up first on this occasion after playing the late fixture the night before. She took on Dion Safri all the way from Wales. A classic encounter, ended in 5 games, but it was Fernandez taking that particular match. 11-9 in game number 5. And on the other side of the draw, Victoria Lust, she took on American Olivia Blatchford. That game, set and match, we should say, the entire match, over in 3 games. 11-8, 11-8, 11-1. Victoria Lust showing some real high quality, breezing through her quarterfinal. So, following on from that, it was on to the semi-finals. Lust taking on Moverley, an all-England affair. Moverley, she came out all guns blazing. She won the first game, but it was all Victoria Lust from that stage. 11-7, 11-9, 11-9 in the following games. Fernandez, she took on Indian champion Deepika Pellikal. That game over in 3 games. It was 12-10, 11-9, 11-9, and that's where we find ourselves tonight, folks. It will be Fernandez versus Lust, and they are on court right now going through their motions, going through their warm-ups. Let's head down to show court number 1 and see the girls just doing their final preparations. A little bit of information about these 2 girls. Victoria Lust, there she is on screen. She's got the aqua top on. Fernandez on the right, she's got the white. Victoria Lust, ranked number 21. That's her PSA ranking. She's 26 years of age. Born in Luton in the United Kingdom, but she resides in British Columbia, right here in Canada. So almost a homecoming for her, even if it is on the other side of the country. She's 5'6", she weighs 56 kilos. Joined the PSA in 2007. She's coached by Mike Johnson. Her highest world ranking is her current world ranking of 21. She currently represents Bedfordshire. That's her county, even though she does live in Canada. She uses the Technifibre racket. She's had a pretty good 2015. She won the Colombian Open. That was a PSA Tour event back in August of 2015. She was also a semi-finalist at the NetSuite Open in September of 2015. She will take on Fernandez from Guyana, ranked number 28, so pretty close in the rankings, these two. She was born in 83. That makes her 32 years of age, plenty of experience. Born in Toronto. She's coached by Carl Ince and David Pearson, uses the Dunlop. She actually finished runner-up at the Irish Open back in April of 2015. And what a big match we've got coming up, folks. Squashstream.tv. Don't forget that website. Of course, you can't forget it. You're currently watching it. Don't forget to tell your friends, tell your family, tweet it out, get it out on Facebook and WhatsApp. And make sure we get as many people watching this final as possible. These 2 world-class girls, they deserve a big audience. And no doubt, they've both got lots of support back home with friends and family. Great to have you on board, both families of Fernandez and Lust. Thank you very much. We know you've been watching. We've been seeing everyone's comments as well. Keep them coming, folks, and we hope you enjoy our broadcast of this final of the 2016 Granite Open. Not long to go now as the girls have left the court. They will go and do their final preparations. Fernandez is the number 6 seed all the way from Guyana. Lust, the number 4 seed from England. And we should say a big thank you to Slate Music and Roundtable Capital Partners They continue to do great work here, not only at the Granite Club, but for squash all over Ontario and Canada. And they support not just the next generation, but also the pros. So just getting back to Fernandez, she had a great 2015 Irish Open runner-up. But one thing we should mention, she made a lot of quarterfinals. She only made her last semi-final 9 months ago. So this is the highest she's been since her April 2015 runner-up position in the Irish Open. So no doubt she will be hoping to go one better. Tonight, it looks as though we will have 3 referees, centre, left and right wall. And the players have been given their final warning. And there is time. So players will now enter the court as we get set for the big final. There's Vicky Lust. The crowd have really enjoyed seeing her play this week. She's played with passion, pride and professionalism. And this girl, Nicolette Fernandez, hasn't she wowed all week? She dives around the court. She chases down every ball. She's got big heart. And above all else, she's got plenty of skill. We're pretty much expecting this game to go 5. I'm not sure. That's what the fans are telling me. They're thinking it could be a 5-game epic. The way these two are playing, they're pretty evenly matched. I wouldn't bet against it. And the crowd have all taken their seats. Let's go down to show court number 1 as we get set for game number 1 between Lust and Fernandez. So it will be Fernandez serving from the right. Here we go. No doubt a little bit of nerves for both of these girls. Lust, she the most recent to be in a final. All the way back in August, she made the final of the Colombian Open. And Lust starts in great style and gets herself the first point. Let's take another look. It was the backhand volley. As for Fernandez, it's been a while since she's been in a final. We have to go all the way back to 2014 for her. One wonders whether that experience will count against her, although she has been around on the PSA Tour for a number of years. 13, in fact. Great shot from Fernandez. Lust was up to it, though. She had to get deep in the court. The length was good from Fernandez. Lust went for it. Fernandez gets the point, so 1-1. Good start, though. A couple of rallies. I think we can get used to some long, epic rallies tonight from these two. They're both such tough competitors. They've shown that all week. Brilliant from Fernandez. That'll give her a confidence boost.
2-1.
She just dropped it in the front right. She got the nick as well. 2-1. That ball out of play. Already an evenly matched start to this final. Oh, brilliant length from Lust.
3-2.
Fernandez just couldn't dig it out.
Two. 3-2.
This event, a PSA Tour event, W25 level. Wonderful reflexes from Fernandez. I think she made it. Just waiting.
Now, 3-all.
She did. Let's take a look. Just. She sticks the tongue out to say, that was nearly missing. Victoria Lust. She came through against Misaki Kobayashi in 4. Blatchford in 3. And last night, a classic match against Moverley in 4. Won game 4 on that occasion, 11-9.
And now 4-3.
A bit of class on that occasion from Lust. A flick of the wrist and a 4-3 lead. As for Fernandez, she came through over Amanda Landers-Murphy in the quarters in 3. Safri in 5. That epic match. Who could forget that? And last night, Deepika on the way out. The Indian superstar knocked off in 3 games. So Lust by 2 here. Great start for the girl from England. Oh, great get from Fernandez. Now set up for Lust, but she couldn't put it away. Fernandez, she's back in the point now with some scrambling defense. We know Fernandez just never gives in until it bounces twice. She'll keep chasing them down. Lust is going to have to work very hard to earn her points tonight. Still Fernandez diving and stretching, and in the end it shows the quality that she possesses to keep the rally alive. And she takes the point, Fernandez, after being on the back foot for most of it. Great crowd tonight. Every vantage point taken, even upstairs. There they are. You can see Fernandez there with her right knee with a bit of strapping. She went down hard last night, cut herself open. Left the court for about 5 minutes to get it treated. Oh, it was worth a shot. It just missed.
And now 6-4.
Lust again by 2. And now clear by 3. A little bit of a buffer now for the girl from England. Oh, Fernandez again. Now that time she went for the boast off the right wall. So a couple of unforced errors. Unlike Fernandez, maybe some early match nerves. Lust is looking in good form though. Waiting for the call, and it's a stroke. So an important point for Fernandez. Oh, another desperate save from Fernandez, but Lust, too good.
And now 9-5.
So clear by 4 here, just 2 points away from the opening game, Lust. She's looking in scintillating touch. Fernandez, she won't go away. Needs a couple of points though. Oh, Lust got the nick at the back of the court.
10-5.
This will show us. Oh, it just died, didn't it? So 5 game balls for Lust. What a start. Oh, she went for it. The crowd tells the story.
10, game ball.
Still 4 game balls to save here, Fernandez. She's done it before, though. She reminds me every single time she talks to me, don't write me off, Josh. Because I said after she was down by 2 games to love in her quarterfinal, I said it was going to be hard for her to win. She did win. She said, never count me out. That's probably good advice when it comes to Nicolette Fernandez. Waiting for the call.
Yes, let.
And it's a let.
From the left, 6-10, game ball.
This crowd already getting a little vocal. Fernandez still hanging on here. Lust, all she needs is 1.
Stroke. Game.
So stroke the call. Victoria Lust takes game number 1. And she is looking in fantastic form, the girl from England. We will be back very soon for game number 2. Not a big fan of this. Welcome back to the 2016 Slate Music and Roundtable Capital Partners Granite Open. It's finals time, folks, and a big match going on show court number 1. It's Fernandez versus Lust. It's time for game 2. And it was Vicky Lust who took game number 1. She's in superb form at the moment. She leads 11-6 after game 1. Game 2 about to start. Nicolette Fernandez. She needs to come back. She needs to show that trademark fight of hers. I'm sure she will. She's been dubbed the comeback queen this week. After regularly coming back, she came back from 2 games to love. That was in her quarterfinal with Zion Safri. She was down 11-8, 11-9 in that match. She came back and won it in 5. The one thing that counts in her favor is her fitness. Just never stops running. Lust, on the other hand, gee, she's in great form. She's hitting the ball exactly where she wants. She's raced to a 1-love lead here. World number 28 versus world number 21. And it's the 6th seed versus the 4th seed. Incredibly, the number 1 seed, Jenny Duncalf, she went out in the first round. The number 2 seed, Dipika, she was gone last night as Fernandez just misses the mark. Lust continues to dominate this match. Fernandez, gee, she needs some points here. She needs to stretch out a lead, and she can bring it back to 1-1. That's a lot more comfortable than 2-love. Another point to Lust.
2-love.
I think it's fair to say the last thing these fans want is for this match to be over in 3 straight games very quickly. Hoping for a big match, and that'll help Fernandez. Some quality on that occasion.
1-2.
Lust on the attack. Fernandez still defending, getting that ball back. That should be
Stroke.
a stroke. I was going to say it is a stroke.
And now 3-1.
Already we've seen 3 strokes.
3-1.
No argument from Fernandez.
Stroke.
And another
4-1.
one. Back-to-back strokes here. So Lust already out to a 4-point lead here in game 2. Fernandez, it's not quite panic stations just yet. But she needs to hit the urgent button. Oh, Lust. She apologized for it, but that's unreturnable. Look at that. It was almost like someone let the air out of the ball as it landed right in the nick. Another
It's
stroke,
let.
maybe? It's a let.
6-1.
I think Nicolette had her heart in her mouth there for a second. He's already given away 2 strokes in this game. And Lust again on the attack.
7-1.
And it's been a dominant start to this match for Lust. That's better from Fernandez. How did Lust get that back? She had 2 goes at it. Incredible stuff. And in the end, Lust won the point.
8-1.
It was a fresh air swing. Luckily, the ball sat up and she had time to play it again. It was almost like a mulligan on the golf course. Oh, too good.
9-1.
And all Nicolette Fernandez can do is shake her head. There's not much you can do about that quality. Lust is just in great form here. Fernandez, she just has to hope Lust starts missing some of these great shots.
Game ball.
So 9 game balls for Lust. This has been one of the more dominant games we've seen all tournament from her. She puts that one into the front left.
Now 2-10 game ball.
All right, so it missed. We were just waiting for the call. So 8 game balls here. Fernandez will serve from the right. Fernandez now attacking. She has to. She has no other choice. Might as well go hell for leather. Throw caution to the wind and win some points. Incredible rally now. This crowd is completely silent, waiting possibly for the moment when Lust goes 2 games to love up. Or will it be Fernandez who wins the point? Waiting for the call. And it's a let.
2-10 game ball.
Gee whiz. Long rally. And it doesn't finish with a point to either player. They'll have to regroup, catch their breath and go again. Simply stunning.
11-2.
Victoria Lust. She is powering through this final and already she goes out to a 2 games to love lead. Thanks for watching squashstream.tv. We'll see you after the break for game number 3.
seconds. Time. Time.
So Nicolette Fernandez is under pressure. She is a chance of bowing out in straight games in the final here. She needs to find her best form now. She's up against it as Victoria Lust is showing us some really high quality as we get set for game number 3. Lust in irresistible form at the moment as we get set to launch into game 3. She's known as the comeback queen, Nicolette Fernandez. She's already this week come back from 2 games to love in her quarterfinal. She's going to need to summon up every bit of that courage tonight. She faces a stern test in the face of some really high quality stuff from Victoria Lust.
Yes, let. Level.
Lust with the easy put away as Fernandez went to ground.
One love.
And again, Fernandez leaves the court. We saw this last night. She went down heavily. Had to go and get some work done on a cut on her knee. You're watching squashstream.tv. Thanks for coming along and joining us on our broadcast. Don't forget, if you want to get on the comments, let us know how we're going. If you have any suggestions on how we can make it better, please do. Any positive comments also. And don't forget as well, Slate Music and Roundtable Capital Partners are our major sponsors. That's why we're here, folks. They pay the bills. They make it all possible. And of course, we should return that love and give them as much business as possible. So don't be afraid to go to their websites. SlateMusic.com. That's the Slate Music website. Very good website, that one. And roundtablecapital.ca. Also fantastic. Vicky Lust on court. Fernandez still getting some treatment. All right, so Nikki Fernandez, she's back out on course. She's had some treatment. I had a bit of a peek around the corner. I don't know if I was allowed to, but I did anyway, and she was getting some work done on her hand. So not sure if that's what she hurt. Let's take a look at the replay. I think maybe her left hand there. She had to put it down to stop herself. And yeah, you can see there she looks at her left hand and says, ouch.
Quiet, please.
Maybe a splinter. Some sort of cut, but anyway, she's back out on court. And we are back in action here. 1-love in game number 3. 2 games to love. Victoria Lust leading. Maybe that little break is just what Fernandez needed. A chance to regroup, have a think about the way things are going, maybe come up with a new tactic. That's better from Fernandez as the crowd gives her a cheer and she gives them a smile back. Let's take a look. Caught the nick at the back left of the court. 1-1. And celebrating in style. It's been a while. She only won 2 points in game 2. That's unlike her. She's a really high quality player. She's just missed a few shots tonight. And a player of Victoria Lust's quality that she'll make you pay every time. She's been really honed in. She's hit almost all of her shots. Lust puts it away with power.
Hand out, 2-1.
And there will be no returning of those sort of shots as Fernandez now trailing again. I think it's all too easy from the girl from England. Again, just a flick of the wrist.
4-1.
No power needed. It was all placement. 4-1. A real testament to the form that Lust is in. That she's held Fernandez to only 9 points so far, and we're in game 3. And that's Nicolette at her best.
Hand out, 2-4. 2-4.
No doubt everyone here at the Granite Club hoping to see her come back and make a real match of this. Should be a point to Fernandez, just waiting on the call.
3-4.
It is. No let. 3-4. Fernandez, unlucky. She chose
And now
the
5-3.
route around the front.
5-3.
It was just too far to get to the ball. So 5-3. Oh, incredible stuff. It's just different level.
6-3.
She was shaping to play a normal backhand. In the end, she just went cross-court at the last second. Really nothing Fernandez could do about it. Oh, incredible stuff from Fernandez. How did she get that? In the end, it didn't matter. Vicky Lust goes 4 clear, and she's now just 4 points away from the match and the tournament.
Stroke. 8-3.
Fernandez, that's better from her. She's still down by 4.
And now 4-8.
But never say never with this girl. But she needs a couple of points in a row here. And that doesn't help.
And out 9-4.
You can see the frustration on Fernandez's face. She just hasn't quite played her best squash tonight. She's been so good all week. But she's really been made to work very hard against Victoria Lust, who has played some wonderful shots. And now Vicky Lust, 6 clear.
10-4, match ball.
And that's 6 tournament balls for Victoria Lust. And that's it, folks. Victoria Lust from England is the new Granite Open 2016 champion. She wins it 11-6, 11-2, 11-4. A simply dominant performance from a wonderful young lady and a great player and a real future star on the Pro Tour. Well done to Victoria Lust. A wonderful win as the crowd show their appreciation and the girls leave the court. And thanks for joining us here on squashstream.tv. Not far away from the trophy presentation. Don't go away. We've thoroughly enjoyed bringing you this final. As the girls set up on court with the flags of the 2 players, Guyana on the right, England on the left. We will very quickly be getting into the trophy presentation, so don't run away. So let's head down now to the presentations.
Well, if you're quiet, you would hear me. Okay. Okay, you guys, before we head down to the squash party, I need to definitely make a few, well, no, it's going to be a little bit of time. We have to say some thank yous here. First and foremost, we're going to thank all our sponsors. This year was very challenging to fundraise because of the US dollar, so I'm going to name them because everyone helped out so much when we were quite desperate. Our title sponsor, as usual, Gary Slate, best guy ever. Every year he does more and more. This year he wanted to step things up and he gave us $10,000 as our title sponsor. We certainly appreciate all of his support and just his support of us running the event as well as the financial support. He's a great supporter for our section and it means a lot. Our new presenting sponsor this year is Pete McCarthy from Roundtable Capital Partners. Yeah. It's great to have Pete on board. His two twin daughters are out there holding the English flag right now. They're a huge part of our section, and it was exciting to have them out watching all the matches. We certainly appreciate their support. We had 2 platinum sponsors this year, the Francis family and our Granite Club Squash Committee, who has stepped up and may have to step up a little bit more, and they're so kind to offer that, and we really appreciate it. So yes, thank you to them. Our gold sponsors this year, Matt Aiken, Hans Brennickmeyer, the Edmison family, the Flynn family, Dave O'Connor and Sabrina Stables, the Richmond family, Jeff Cardy, and then the Ishmaels, the Toronto Centre for Medical Imaging, and Gary Peacock from Quest Auto, and Al Sellery from Ironbridge. So we thank all of our gold sponsors this year. And then we had a long list of participating sponsors as well, mostly the families of our kids in our top programs, so we appreciate that support. And a lot of the kids have been out here watching this week, and I feel like they've really been motivated, and we'd like to thank all of their families, the Dubach family, the Elder family, the Gill family, Molly Chadwick and family, Bill Morneau and Nancy McCain, the Rockendale family, Sean Warburton, new sponsor this year, Steph's uncle, Walter McCormick of Richardson GMP, Ferguson Design, Cynthia Ferguson and Jack Ferguson, and then Ted Manziaris and the Manziaris family with GP8 Sport Water, and then Phase Magazine for helping us with all the goodie bags that we gave out to the pros throughout the event. So thank you to all the sponsors. I already mentioned the Squash Committee, who has, they are one of our sponsors this year, but they also put a keg up here, which brought all you people out to watch. So we appreciate that, and we like that they host their big squash party on the same night as the finals. I think it's a nice combination, and we like making it one of our big events for the season. So thank you very much to the Squash Committee. Steph Edmison and family, although they were mentioned as sponsors, they're far more than that. They are every year one of our first gold sponsors. Steph takes billets, numbers and numbers of billets, usually sends them off to all of her family's homes and her aunts and uncles' homes too. She goes back and forth to the airport picking people up. She chased down everybody for sponsorship money, so that was a huge one. We appreciate that. And she listens to me when I have a lot of things to say, so thank you to Steph from me personally. Thank you. Then we have to thank for sure Josh Janeau and Josh McLean, the Joshes over here, our live streamers. People have been watching all over the world. Actually, for our sponsors, it's been a nice addition because we've had people watching all over. We have tons of hits, like views, and we'll actually send out a recap to you guys as we did last year, showing how far stretched this reached. So we do appreciate it, and we've had a lot of positive comments on you guys, so thank you. Thank you for your time. Our billets this year actually was quite a bit easier finding billets. So, but it's a big task to try and open up your home for a week to people and try and help them with their schedule and keep your own family in line and drive your own kids all over the place and be welcoming and have the players. All the players have come to me and said how lovely their host families were, and they want to come back next year so they can stay with them, and that's always such a great thing that there's such good relationships there. We appreciate all the billets. It's very helpful. Very good. Thanks to those people who helped with airport pickups. That's also a big help. We have a couple drop-offs to do tomorrow. If anybody would like to help with that, that would be a big help. But the airport pickups and drop-offs are huge. I mentioned Linda at the start, but Linda Manziaris is one of our Granite juniors, and she runs a jewelry company called Body Bijou, and she's donating the prizes to the winner and the finalist again this year, so she's one of our sponsors. And the players look forward to receiving a nice prize like that, so thank you, Linda. I'd like to thank all the players for working so hard, entertaining us, donating their time to play in our sponsor Pro-Am doubles event that we hosted on Wednesday, and then they all came out and played with our top juniors in our program on Thursday yesterday. And they were so willing to offer their time, which is so kind because it's all volunteer, and the kids seemed highly motivated by that, and the sponsors seemed to have a lot of fun. So thank you for the players. And thanks to everyone here for coming out and supporting. This was a great night, finals night. We had a ton of people all through the week, tonight obviously being the best, but we appreciate that. These ladies work so hard, and they're so passionate, and they give so much, and it's nice for them to get that sort of respect back, and they really appreciated the large crowds that we've had and have said nice things about our fans. So thank you guys for coming out and for reading all my emails, which are long, but Sam's been writing them recently, so hers are longer, but thank you for putting up with all that. And lastly, thanks to Nikki, who wasn't able to be here tonight, and then to Sam, who I sort of all of a sudden last week got overwhelmed and dumped a whole bunch of things on Sam, and she didn't complain once. She took over the billeting, she took over airport organizing, driving, she started doing intros, she was reffing, she did the write-ups, the photos, she was supportive, she listened to me. I feel like actually this year I've been on vacation running this tournament. It's been very easy. We love when Sam plays in the tournament though, so hopefully we'll have her back next year or sooner. And but thank you very much, appreciate it. And that's it. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. We're going to do our prize presentation to our champion and our runner-up. So thank you. Please don't leave. Okay. I'm going to grab, you'll bring the jewelry out? Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, got it like this. Okay. Kids, move up a little closer. Like up here. Come on way up because the players are just going to come to here. They can't hear me if I go on the court, right? Yeah. Okay. You'll help them? Okay. Sam gave it to me. Sam, okay. Sweet. Good enough. Okay, so first we will welcome to the court our finalist who we've watched play all week and cut herself up and put every bit of effort into her matches. We enjoyed watching her play throughout the event, and we'd like to thank Nicolette Fernandez for joining us again this year at the Granite Open.
I know I didn't win, but I just wanted to say thank you again to Jess, Steph, and Sam. Those are the three people that's been around us all week, and everyone's been so great. Like the turnout, one night, the first night I went on court at minutes past 10, and they had people still watching. And I just wanted to say you guys have been great, and yeah, today. Victoria was really just solid and just too good today. So well done to Victoria.
Thank you. Stay up here, Yeah. Okay, and next we would like to welcome Victoria Lust up here. She has played the Granite Open how many years? How many years have you played?
I've played, this is my third.
Yeah. This is her third Granite Open, and she played unbelievable this week, really, really sharp all week. We really appreciated all your effort, and congratulations.
Thank you.
It seems we do. It seems we do.
I'd just like to say a few thank yous. First of all, I'd like to thank the all the sponsors, but particularly the two main sponsors, Slate Music and Ground Table. Yep, sorry about that. And then I'd also like to thank Jess. She does a great job every single year. The tournament's always so strong because all the players love to come back, which is probably why I missed a few years, because it's so strong every time. I'd like to thank Steph and Sam and Nikki for picking everyone up from the airport, arranging billets, doing everything that they've been doing to help Jess and behind the scenes. I'd like to thank, obviously, all the players. Again, everyone put out such great performances this week, and everyone tried their best and tried to put on the show for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed the squash. Great. I'd particularly like to thank Nicolette. It's always a pleasure to play her. She's such a great sportswoman. And she always tries her best. She's always going to try and come back to you. You have to stay on your game, and so it was a pleasure to play her today. I'd actually also like to thank Josh and Josh. They've done a great job with all the commentating and the live stream. I know that my coach has been watching from home and calling me between games, which is very nice of him, but it wouldn't happen without the streaming, so that's excellent. So it's hitting a wide audience. Don't tell him that. And lastly, I'd like to thank Tanya and Brad and their family for hosting me this week. They host me every time I come to Toronto. And I always seem to do well at this tournament, and I think a large part of that is thanks to them. So I really appreciate everything they've done for me this week and everything they do for me every time. So thank you.
Okay, and then lastly, we're going to have Linda present the prizes to the finalists and the champion. Yeah, just bring a couple up here. You can present them, and then they can change them if they like. Okay? Yeah, we'll take photos after. Yeah. Just bring some prizes. Come on.
Okay, so guys can just see, and then we have more over there as well.
Okay, well, we'll just present this lovely one to you right now, and then you can change.
Present one there.
Okay, well, you'll hold it. Let's get where's Jimbo?
Right here.
Take a nice photo of the whole group here with Linda.
Okay. We're going to wrap up the presentation, but can you believe it? It was only 12 days ago Jessica wrapped up running the Canadian National Junior Doubles Championship. And 12 days later, she and the committee and all the great sponsors and all the people and all the volunteers wrapped up another great one. So a big hand for Jess.
Jess and Steph for everything they've done on behalf of everyone here.
Oh, very nice.
All right, so as the girls accept their trophies and they have their final photos, we say a farewell. A thank you for joining us on Squash Stream TV. We hope you've very much enjoyed the Granite Open. Congratulations to Victoria Lust, a very worthy winner. Commiserations to Fernandez. She was also super impressive this week, Nicolette. But for now, from the Granite Club, we'll see you next time. The next time we broadcast the PSA World Tour. See you then.